All right, shall we?
Yes, early.
Early morning. It's the crack of 7. And we are up. Bring another week of VTNR virtual Tuesday night racing results to you guys.
Week 6?
Week 7 this week.
Shoot.
Yes, I even updated the sheet
H.
correctly.
That's
Yes. Very exciting week this week. We had a bit of a rest week
Yeah.
for some people,
Us
including
included.
myself. We both didn't paddle this week.
It was a busy week for us. Things changed.
Yes.
We have so many excuses. Okay, let's just
Yes. No, but I will give my main excuse, which is the fact that Deep Cove Kayak is open and has been open for the last 2 days, and we are, that took a bit of work on my part, so I did not have as much time for my exercise this week, but for very good reasons, to get our waterfront location up and running in Deep Cove.
And if he's busy, that means he's not home, which means I don't leave the house.
As usual, guys, make sure you follow us on our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, on our YouTube channel especially, to check out these new videos coming up. These videos are all brought to you by Coast Outdoors, our title sponsor for virtual Tuesday night racing. We have the sale on right now on everything in store, basically, in some capacity. And deal of the week this week is the Coast Outdoors Chowl.
It's a really cool chapel.
Well, you guys don't know what chowl is? Chowl is a change towel. So that way you don't expose yourself in the parking lot before and after your paddle. You throw the chowl over top, you can change, and it's got a big Coast Outdoors logo on the back. So 20% off of the chowl this week.
We've been using them for years.
Yes.
Chowl is Canadian made.
Mm-hmm. Our other shout out sponsor-wise this week goes to the Nook restaurant. And more than ever now, guys, we need to help support our sponsors. They support our racing, we need to support them back. And so Nook is ready to open, which is super exciting this week. So all of the locations except Denman, so that's North Van in the Shipyards, Olympic Village, and Kits, the Nook restaurants are opening this Tuesday. Limited seating in the dining restaurants. They open daily at 5 p.m. I believe takeaway and delivery is still available. And they're accepting and encouraging reservations. So if you guys want to support the Nook, and it's not hard to support because the Nook food is awesome.
It's very good.
They're opening Tuesday, so let's give them a nice boost from our paddlers and help them get back up and running.
If you've opened your family group or your group and you need a date night, and you've sent the children to grandparents, the Nook is where you want to go. We've done it a couple times.
Absolutely. Results this week.
They were good. Yeah, they were packed. There's a lot of them.
We got some new categories.
Everybody's doing everything.
Yeah, which is great to see. Everyone's getting into the multi-sport lifestyle.
It is. It's cool. There's some people who are strong in a lot of categories. Like, who was I looking at? Well, obvious, Evan Gerbruck. He's fast at everything until I think we should put swimming in.
Yes. We can slow down the Gerbrucks by throwing them in the water.
I really think we should do that. Who else was I looking at? SLR? Steve? He's pretty fast in a lot of categories too. He's a consistent, strong athlete guy.
Speaking of strong athletes, the Hay family got out on the roller skis this week, which is awesome to see. I know as much as we are a paddling community, we have a big contingent of cross-country skiers based out of our retail store, Coast Outdoors, and roller skis are available for purchase there. So if you're into the cross-country skiing, you need to train in the off-season, check out roller skiing. And thanks to the Hay family for throwing that in there. We hope to see more of you roller skiers out there and participating. New spots this week, we had Alaska.
Nice.
Alaska joined
Doing
us
what?
this
What were
week.
they doing?
I believe whether it was a surfski or I think it was an epic as far as I remember. Other shout outs, you've been giving Daryl some grief.
I have.
Daryl Remler.
That's because I expect a lot of him. I've been doing this for 11, 12 years.
Yep.
And he's been there every year, and he's been fast, and now he's slow.
I got some inside information. Turns out a freak gardening accident. That's a freak gardening accident as a result of pole pruning. It resulted in a core injury. We're calling it an upper body injury. We're just slowing it down. So one of the downsides to this whole quarantine thing and isolation is that you can be more gardening, more chances to hurt
safe
yourself.
practices while
Gardening,
gardening.
yeah. So no more pole pruning for Daryl. Some other shout outs we got this week. Our good friend Nikki Reckman out in Chilliwack. Awesome to see Nikki getting out on the bike, and I know she's going to get on the water as soon as she can. So yeah, great to see you out there, Nikki.
Nikki's a huge supporter of pretty much everything we do in our work and our personal life. She's awesome.
Yeah. Greg Barton continuing to throw down in the surfski. Take a top time
fast.
this week. He is quick.
Like, is that even? I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently he's been paddling for a long time, knows a thing or two about it.
Maybe you should run the clinic.
Shout out to Linus and his new Think 6. Linus went out and purchased a new Think 6.
Nice.
And he's going to get lots of use out of that.
Linus, where's your sup?
Oh yes, we didn't get him a sup. Next week Linus is going to purchase a new sup.
And he's going to do it on a 10K.
I suggest a starboard, yep. Be a good way to go. Darren Crozier from Maryland, thank you for participating again, throwing your Deep Cove mug in your photo. Beautiful photos from Maryland. We've got Sherry Hunt, did her first paddle with us this week.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Nice. Welcome.
And kids were everywhere. I was down at Deep Cove this week and I saw a pack of children paddling by. I believe that was Podmore's, Mayers, and O'Neill Gibson crew that was paddling
nice.
by. Followed shortly by the Neville boys who got out there just after those guys, I think. So it's awesome to see the kids out on the water, on the bikes, out running. And the Alabama crew. We haven't maybe mentioned them in a couple of weeks, but thank you guys for continuing to participate. We like to see you guys sending those photos in.
It's a strong crew down there.
It's
like a super strong
crew.
crew.
A trip down to Alabama someday.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys have any good babysitters?
Maybe not the immediate future.
No.
Okay.
For any of you who don't know me very well, I'm a very competitive person. There's a few qualities that describe me. Competitiveness is one of them. And so Mike brought this up last week that maybe we would do a rivalry week. Rivalry week. That was hard to say.
Well, you didn't catch that. That's rivalry.
Damn. Anyways. And it's so Mike and I look at the results and we laugh at them and we love them and we go through them and we talk about them and we talk about how close some people are who maybe don't know each other. Anyways, long story short, we thought we'd do a rivalry week. And so we've picked a few people who we think next week in the 10K or 5K or I guess any distance can compete.
Yes, this is of course friendly rivalry week. But you take it as seriously as you need to. So it was our
take it very seriously.
It's our first rivalry for this coming week here.
Yes. Okay. My favorite when we saw them or when we suggested them or thought about them was Ken Asano and Dan Hund.
Ooh, on the OC ones.
OC ones.
This past week, I think they were within a minute of each other, certainly.
Yeah, they were like 30 seconds.
Coming closer. So we figured Ken and Dan have a bit of a battle to fulfill this week in their 10K. The one that I had my eye on is in the performance kayak category, the PK, because I know they both have an Epic 18X, and that's Eric Broberg and Peter Hansley. I want to see you guys going at it this week of those the battle of the Epic 18Xs.
Nice. I saw that Julia Gebrecht was sandwiched between the Neville boys,
Yep.
Elias and Isaac. So there's going to be a little bit of competition there.
Let's see, yeah.
In our minds.
Can Julia beat the young boys?
Or can Elias keep his times in there in the 4K on the stand-up paddleboard, the 12.6?
Another good one that we've been watching, and I know they've been training together, but we've seen Aaron Patterson take out the rowing category for a number of weeks. But then the new kid on the scene, Katie Clark, has come along and started taking out top spots. She's not a kid, you're right. But I know Katie and Aaron can battle it out next week, and I want to see how that one goes. So good luck to you guys, Katie and Aaron on the rowers.
Also, is there anybody who could take them out? They've been top 2 spots and
That's
top
right.
spots since this beginning, so 7
That
weeks
would be
now.
good. Is there any rowers out there, secret rowers, that think they could take down the?
I mean, I
local rowers, yeah.
don't think it's possible because these girls are fast.
Ooh, some local favorites as well. We had times that were very, very close to each other. Warren Bruce and Bob, I think they may have battled, distance, but together, and they had the same time in their last race. And Wes Hammer was only a few seconds off, I think.
He's
a
in
few
Salt
seconds
Springs, though,
ahead.
isn't he?
Yeah, and he's over on Salt Springs. So,
Come on, Wes.
Warren versus Wes versus Bob. Who's going to take it out this week?
Yeah, look at it. It's good. Bob and Warren, are you guys using the same GPS?
Yeah, they just hang out.
You guys are being lazy, I think.
The biggest rivalry, well, maybe not the biggest, but the one I'm most excited for was we had two paddlers tied this week for second place in the SUP category. That was Imri and Dorian. And I know Imri even went out a second time to try to break that tie, but didn't get it. The currents, whatever, didn't line up, so he wasn't able to beat it. But Imri's getting quicker, and Dorian's been training, and they tied this week. So I'm excited to see what Imri and Dorian pull out this coming week.
There's a big age gap there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Which one's older? Is it Imri?
I think Imri.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Dorian's in his early.
Well,
20s.
you can't give anyone any handicap or any like excuses as to why they did.
Of course not.
Dorian would never accept that excuse.
No, of course.
Those are our rivalries that we've chosen this week. We're excited to see how those play out over the coming week. Should we do some prizes?
And I can't win the beer because I didn't paddle.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we do have a rule on the prizes and the beer. Implemented by our Coast Outdoor staff, who have to sit there and look at that growler in the fridge all week. If you don't pick up the growler by Friday afternoon, it is fair game. Because growlers have a shelf life, and so yeah, the growler will be there available by about midday Tuesday or Tuesday afternoon. So you've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to pick it up. I'm not sure. But you have limited time to pick up that growler. Otherwise, it's fair game to our retail staff on their Friday afternoons. Alright, now we'll start with you. As we've been starting off, we're going to kick off with a Rip Curl hat.
Nice.
Nice hat from Rip Curl. For Tatiana. Tatiana's at Bear, I'm going to say. A popular prize. We got Riders sunglasses. For Sarah Sinanen. Sarah has got I believe a brand new prone board that she is riding around on these days. Next prize, a Blackfish hat, Blackfish paddles. Ian Dakin, over on the island there. Ian doing some laps around a little lake over there. A voucher from Kintec, $25 at Kintec. Footwear and orthotics.
Okay.
Sam, you're up.
For you.
You got that one. Ethan Podmore.
Nice, you'll use those.
Ethan, yeah, absolutely. Ethan, Kevin will be pleased. $25 off some new shoes. Perfect. A nice prize hat from Croker West. Ryan Wong, you won a hat from Croker West. We got a 15-liter dry bag from Outdoor Research for Lauren Joe. Lauren, you've won a dry bag from Outdoor Research. Pound of coffee from Being Around the World. Who's going to win the coffee, Konami? Bo Whitehead.
You're going to have to make all the borders are closed.
Yep. Okay, Bo, next time you're here, we're going to owe you some coffee. Lots of it. Let's do the growler. Growler from Bridge Brewing.
Keen.
Once again, pick it up by Friday, otherwise it's fair game and you lose that fresh growler.
I'm doing Friday morning, by the way.
That's James Healy and Carolyn C. in our canoe, so it'll be a race, whichever one, who's going to get to the store first. I know James is local, he'll find his way there. Nice one, guys. And our last prize, once again, a shout out to the Nook. So this is for the Nook Pasta Room, which is their retail store for all their, get some of their amazing ingredients and supplies there. $25 there, Nook Restaurant. Make sure you check them out and support them if you can, opening this Tuesday, 5 p.m. daily. Ready? David Kavik. David. Our local heat will be able to use that, I hope. Awesome, you guys. Before we get into next week's race course, I know we teased it a little bit last week. Just wanted to remind everybody to follow your local guidelines. Things are changing locally for us here in Vancouver and BC. We're starting to open things up, seeing parks and access happening, which is not the case everywhere, I understand. So do your best to follow your local guidelines. Keep an eye on what those are, and stay safe out there while you're still able to get out there and paddle and recreate.
Yeah, while you're paddling solo, make sure you have the gear. Like you wear your PFD and you have your leash, or if you're on a stand-up, you tell people where you're gonna go. It's spring. Spring's dangerous.
Race course for next week. Kids course staying the same. 3K. We've had some great times. I'm excited to see what they pull out for next week. Short course is we're going to bump that back up to the 5K. I know 5K is a great distance for a lot of people out there, so we'll keep it there. And as promised, this week, 10 kilometers. We're doing 10K long course. It's an out and back again, so start where you finish, so we're not doing a 10K downwinder at this point. Yeah, so get out there, do a loop, 10K, however you can. I'm excited to see some running, some biking. I know some people have been craving some distance, so
10K is gonna be good.
yeah.
Hopefully we can make our schedules work that we can get up.
Thank you very much, guys. That's it for this week. We'll looking forward to seeing your photos and results. Make sure you follow us on that Facebook page. That's where we're finding all these photos that we're putting into the videos. So
Speaking of video, Varian, he does a lot of work behind the scenes.
he does.
He's yet to put up credits. Varian Harris
Yeah.
is the one who edits all this afterwards, and he does a really good job.
Most of you may know him as Buzz, but anyway, Buzz, we appreciate your work. You're working hard and putting some awesome videos together every week. So thank you.
Kane, do you need to say anything?
No.
Nothing today.
No.
All right then.
Would you like to say anything?
I don't really have anything to say.
It's a quiet bunch in the morning, huh? Do we need to go eat some breakfast?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No. Dad, can we do that?
What would you like to do?
That.
I don't know what that is.
I was talking about the schooling book.
Oh, you want to learn about the world?
Yeah.
All right, let's go learn about the world.
Thanks,
Thanks everybody.
guys.